Hey guys, this side Sakshi and welcome you all in my third video, chapter 2 Biological Classification. As chapter 2 Biological Classification, I divided this chapter into three parts. Firstly, in first video, I will cover the introductory part and the kingdom Monera. In second video, I will cover the kingdom Protista, and in third video, I will cover the kingdom fungi, brief introduction of Plantae and Animalia kingdom, and the virus and viroids. Okay, so without any delay, let's start. So, chapter 2 biological classification. So, basically, first we have to know what is biological classification. So, biological classification is a scientific procedure of arranging organisms into groups and subgroups on the basis of their similarities and dissimilarities, and then placing groups into the hierarchy of the category. Okay, so now Aristotle was the earliest to attempt a more scientific basis of classification. He used simple morphological characters to classify plants into trees, shrubs, and hrubs. He also divides animals into two groups, those which have red blood and those that did not. Means he divided the animals on the basis of presence of red blood, and he divided plants on the basis of their morphological character. He divided plants on the basis of morphological character, and the morphological character was the hard trunk. Okay, so it was the tree, hard stem, it was shrubs, and the soft stem is herbs. Okay, now the Linnaeus, Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus proposed two kingdom of classification in year of 17 1750 1758. Okay, in year of 1758, Carolus Linnaeus proposed two kingdom classification. Okay, he divided all organism in Plantae and Animalia. Okay, this system did not distinguish between the eukaryotic and prokaryotes. So, if there was a cell, this was a cell and this was a cell, if this cell contains true nucleus, if this cell contain true nucleus, then it is a eukaryotic cell. Okay, it is a eukaryotic cell. If this cell contains false nucleus, means it does not have nucleus, so it is the prokaryotic cell. Okay, prokaryotic cell. Then unicellular and multicellular organism, they does not distinguish between unicellular and multicellular organism. Photosynthetic green algae and non-photosynthetic fungi. Okay, classification into plants and animal were easily done, was easy to understand, but large number of organisms did not fall. See, but the large number of organisms did not fall in the either categories. Means large organism did not fall in both the category. Okay, so hence the two kingdom classification used for a longer time was found inadequate. Inadequate. So now they felt a need that they should include beside the morphology other characters also, like cell structure, nature of wall, mode of nutrition, habitats, method of reproduction, evolutionary relationship. So the important thing is evolutionary relationship is also known as phylogenetic relationship. Okay, phylogenetic relationship. So in this page, the main MCQs are The Aristotle was the first who covered. See, Aristotle was first MCQ. Okay, so mark as it MCQ. Then Linnaeus and the year 1758 is an MCQ. Okay, it is an MCQ. Then the drawbacks. Okay, the drawbacks of kingdom two kingdom classification. It is also a star point. Now, between 1758 to 1969, there are several changes. The classifications undergoes in several changes, like in year 1866 Ernest Haeckel proposed three kingdom classification in which he divides organism into plantae, animalia and protista, in which plantae includes mosses, ferns, bryophyta, gymnosperm, angiosperms. Okay, animals includes invertebrates and vertebrates. Protista includes fungi, protozoan, algae, bacteria, and slime molds. Okay. Then in year 1956, Copland proposed four kingdom classification in which he divided all the organism into four parts, four divisions. Okay, first one is Protista, second one is Monera, third one is Plantae, fourth one is Animalia. And then in year 1969, R.H. Whitaker, MCQ, okay, MCQ, proposed five kingdom classification. The kingdom defined by him were named Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Okay, the main criteria of classification used by him includes the criteria on the basis of which he do classification of the all organism are cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, phylogenetic relationship. Okay, now in table 2.1, okay, cell type. For the Monera cell type is prokaryotic, as I already differentiate the cells of eukaryotic and prokaryotic. The cell which have true nucleus is eukaryotic, and the cell which does not have nucleus is prokaryotic. Okay. The Protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia are eukaryotic in nature. Okay. Are eukaryotic in nature. Then cell wall. Okay, cell wall. Cell wall of Monera is non-cellular cellulosic, means the cell wall of Monera is non-cellulosic. It is not made from cellulose, but it was made from polysaccharides and amino acid. The polysaccharide is NAG, 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 and NAM, NAM, NAM. Okay, NAG means N-acetyl glucosamine and NAM means N-acetyl muramic acid. Okay, then in Protista, present in some, only some organism have cell wall. Then in fungi, present with chitin. Okay, it was present with chitin. The cell wall is made up of chitin. Then in plants, cellulosic, and in animals the cell wall are absent. Then nuclear membrane. If there was no nucleus, then there will be no membrane, nuclear membrane. So in Monera it was absent. In Protista, as Protista, fungi, Plantae, and Animalia is eukaryotic, hence they have nuclear membrane. Then, then body organization. Monera is the cellular level of body organization, means they are unicellular. Protista also have cellular level of body organization, means they are also also unicellular, but the difference is Monera is prokaryote and Protista is eukaryotes. Okay. Then fungi are multicellular and loose tissue, means the tissue aggregates together but did not able to form an organ. Okay. So it was the loose tissue or the multicellular. In plantae, tissue and organ, both level of body organization are found. And in Animalia, tissue, organ system. These are the body organization found in Animalia. Then mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition is autotrophic. Autotrophic is basically divided into two parts, the chemosynthetic and photosynthetic. Chemosynthetic means the bacteria which are able to oxidize the inorganic compounds like nitrite, nitrate, ammonia. Okay, and they make their food with the help of the oxidation of inorganic compounds. Those type of bacteria are known as the chemosynthetic bacteria. Okay. And photosynthetic means they have chlorophyll and they able to make their food with the help of sunlight. Okay. Then heterotrophic, the bacteria are also heterotrophic and they are saprophytes and parasitic. Saprophyte means they take their food from the dead decaying matter, organic matter. Okay. And the parasitic means they depend on other organism for their food. Okay. In Protista, all are autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs may photosynthetic. Okay. In fungi, all are heterotrophs and heterotrophs and the saprophytes and parasitic. Okay. Then in plantae, all are autotrophs. That means photosynthetic, and the heterotrophs in was animals, Holozoic and saprophytes, etc. Holozoic means first the organism will ingest, then they digest, then they absorb, and then they ingest. Okay, that means first they take food inside their body, then they digest the food, then they absorb all the nutrition from the digested food, then they take out the waste material from their body. The whole process is known as Holozoic nutrition. Okay? Now, three domain system. Okay? Let me mark the MCQ. MCQ. This was an MCQ. The year was also an MCQ. This table is also a MCQ. Then, three kingdoms, three domain system. This three domain system was given by Earl Hoos. Okay, Earl, Earl, Earl Hoos, Woese, Earl Hoos. Okay, Earl Hoos was an MCQ. Okay, MCQ. Been proposed that divides the kingdom Monera into two domains. Okay, the three domains are archaea, second one is bacteria, and third one is eukarya. Okay, the archaea and the bacteria was the two domain which comes from the Monera. Okay, and bacteria is eukaryotic bacteria. Okay, and the eukarya contain Protista, Animalia, Plantae, and fungi. Okay. Now, as Earlier, the classification system includes bacteria, blue-green algae, fungi, mosses, ferns, gymnosperm, angiosperms under plants because their common character is they have cell wall in their cell. This plays together group which widely differ in other characteristic. Okay, they place the organism which are common. The common characteristic between them is they have cell wall, but the other characteristic is widely different from each other. Okay, it brought together prokaryotic bacteria and the blue green algae which is eukaryotic. Okay, then the unicellular organism with multicellular organism. The example is Chlamydomonas with Spirogyra, which are placed under the algae. The classification did not differentiate between the heterotrophic group fungi and the autotrophic green plants, though they also show a characteristic difference in their wall composition. Means the fungi is made up of chitin and the cell wall of green plant is made up of cellulose. Okay, made up of cellulose. When such characteristics were considered, the fungi were placed in a separate kingdom known as kingdom fungi. Okay, known as kingdom fungi. All prokaryotic organisms were grouped under the kingdom Monera. The unicellular eukaryote grouped under kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista has brought together the Chlamydomonas cholera. Earlier, they are placed in algae within plant because both of them have cell wall. Paramecium and amoeba. Paramecium, which are earlier placed in the animal kingdom because they lack cell wall. Okay. Now it has put together the organism which are earlier classified were placed in the different kingdoms. Okay. This happened because the criteria of classification changed. This kind of change will also take place in the future too, to depending the improvement of our understanding of characteristics and evolutionary relationship. Okay, these type of changes can also occur, will also occur in future also. Okay, because it will be more convenient for understanding the characteristics of the organism and their evolutionary relationships, which is also known as phylogenetic relationship. Okay, in this chapter we will study about the characteristic of kingdom Monera, Protista, fungi of the Whitaker system of classification. The kingdom Plantae and Animalia, commonly referred as the plant and animal kingdom respectively, will be dealt separately in chapter 3 and 4. We will study about plant kingdom and animal kingdom separately in the chapter number 3 and number 4 respectively. Okay, so now we are going to start kingdom Monera. Bacteria are the sole member of kingdom Monera. Means bacteria are the sole member of kingdom Monera. Means the kingdom Monera consists only bacteria. Okay, the most they are most abundant macroorganism. Bacteria occur almost everywhere. They also live in extreme habitats such as hot spring, desert, snow, deep ocean where very few life form can survive. Only very few life form can survive. Okay. Many of them live in or on the other organism as parasites, as many of the bacteria live inside or outside of the organism for their shelter, foods, for their survival requirements, to fulfill their survival requirements. These type of bacteria are known as parasites. So bacteria are grouped under four category based on their shape. It is an MCQ. Okay, mark it as MCQ. First one is Spherical. Spherical is known as coccus, singular form is coccus and the plural form is cocci. The rod shape. Rod shape is known as bacillus, plural form is bacilli. Then comma shape. It is the comma shape, okay? It is known as vibrium, plural form is vibrio. And the spiral is known as spirillum and the plural form is spirilla, okay? All this is a MCQ, okay? Now moving forward, bacterial structure is very the bacterial structure is very simple. Bacterial structure is very simple, but they are very complex in their behavior. As we see, the bacterial cell structure was very simple because they contain cell wall, cytoplasm, and the genetic material. But their behavior was too much complex. Okay, compared to many other organisms, bacteria as a group, so most of the extensive metabolic diversity. So, the most extensive metabolic diversity, some of the bacteria are autotrophic, that is, they synthesize their own food from the inorganic substance. They may be photosynthetic autotrophic or chemosynthetic autotrophic. As I already told you, the meaning of definition of chemosynthetic, the bacteria who make their food by oxidizing the inorganic compounds such as nitrate, nitrite, ammonia is known as chemosynthetic autotrophs. Okay, the vast majority of the bacteria are heterotrophs. Either they depend on the other organism or they or on dead decaying matter. If they depend on other organism, then it is a parasites. Or if they depend on dead decaying matter, then they are saprophytes. Okay. Now archaebacteria. Archae means old. Okay. So old bacteria is known as archaebacteria. The archaebacteria are special since they live in some of the most harsh habitat such as extreme salty area. The extreme salty area, the bacteria which live in extreme salty area is known as halophils. In hot spring they known as thermoacidophiles, and in the Mersey area they are known as methanogen as they produce methane gas, so they are termed as methanogens. Archaebacteria differ from other bacteria in having a different cell wall structure, as they have NAT, NAT and NAG. Okay, NAG and NAT, as they are made up of NAG and NAT. NAT stand for N-acetyl talosaminuronic acid, and NAG stand for N-acetyl galactosamine. Okay, which is differ from NAG and NAM. Okay, they are not equal. Okay, and this feature is responsible for their survival in the extreme condition. This NAT and NAG is responsible for the survival in the extreme condition. Methanogens are present in the gut of the several ruminant animals. Ruminant animal means cows, buffaloes. Okay, they are responsible for production of methane. As I already told you, the methanogen produce methane, which is also used in biogas plant from their dung, okay, of these animals. Now eukaryotic bacteria are divided into two parts. One is autotrophic eubacteria and second one is heterotrophic bacteria. Okay, so first eubacteria means autotrophic eubacteria. Eubacteria are the true bacteria. Okay, this bacteria are presence of rigid cell wall which is made up of NAG and NAM. Okay, NAG and NAM. This NAG means N-acetyl glycosamine. Okay, glyco, and here galacto, galacto. Okay, galacto, and here glyco. If they are motile, they have flagellum. Okay, they have flagellum. The cyanobacteria, which is also referred as blue-green algae, have chlorophyll A similar to the green plants and are photosynthetic autotrophs. Okay. The cyanobacteria are unicellular. Colonial means they are in colonies like this. They are in colonies. Okay. Filamentous, they are found in freshwater, marine, and terrestrial algae. The colony are generally surrounded by the gelatinous sheath, okay, which is also known as mucilaginous sheath. They often form blooms in the polluted water. They blooms in the polluted water body and they cover whole the water surface. Okay, some of these organisms can fix atmospheric nitrogen with the help of a specialized cell which is known as heterocyst. Heterocyst is a MCQ. Okay, MCQ. Example, Nostec and Enabena. Chemosynthetic autotrophs. Chemosynthetic autotrophs are bacteria oxidize various inorganic substances such as nitrite, nitrate, and ammonia and use to release energy for their ATP production. Okay, they play a great role in recycling nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, iron, and sulfur. Okay, now it's term of heterotrophic bacteria. They are most abundant in nature. The majority of them are important decomposer, means they are saprophytes. Many of them have significant impact on human affairs. They also have a significant impact on humans. They help in making curds from milk, production of antibiotics, fixing nitrogen in legumes or root as they have heterocyst. Okay, some of them are pathogens means they cause diseases. Okay, pathogen means they cause diseases causing damage to the human being. As pathogen means causing disease, so pathogens causing damage to human being, crops, farms, animals, and pets. Okay, cholera, typhoid, tetanus, citrus canker are well known diseases. Okay, caused by the different bacteria. Cholera, typhoid, tetanus, citrus canker are the well known diseases which are caused by the different bacteria. Bacteria reproduced mainly in fusion. Okay, mainly in fusion, but sometime under unfavorable condition they produce spores. They are also reproduced short of asexual reproduction by adopting the primitive type of DNA from one bacteria to the other. Let's suppose they are two bacteria, okay, separate two bacteria. So one of the genetic material is transferred to the other bacteria. This process is known as conjugation. Conjugation. Okay. Now we come on mycoplasma. Mycoplasma are the organism that completely lack of cell wall. Completely lack of cell wall. It is an MCQ. Completely lack of cell wall. Okay. They are smallest living cell. Okay, and can survive without oxygen. They can survive without oxygen. Without oxygen. Many mycoplasma are pathogenic in animals and plants. They can cause diseases in animals and plants. Mycoplasm is also known as PPLO. Okay, PPLO stand for pleuropneumonia like organism. Okay, it is also a MCQ. Our topic Kingdom Monera is ended. So we continue with Kingdom Protista in our next video. As chapter 2 biological classification, I divided this chapter into three parts. Firstly, in first video, I will cover the introductory part and the kingdom Monera. In second video, I will cover the kingdom Protista, and in third video, I will cover the kingdom Fungi, brief introduction of Plantae and Animalia kingdom, and the virus and viroids. Okay, so without any delay, let's start.